Hi folks, this is Rose, the old lady still crafting. This is my second altered book. This one is a gift for my daughter-in-law's birthday, which is today, so I'm kind of rushing through uploading this video. I've tried it like 4 times and I finally figured out how to do it right, I think. So this book, I don't call the title of what it was, but that doesn't matter. I got it for like 50 cents at a thrift store. And before anyone complains about me tearing apart an old book, it would have been trash. At least this way the book has a new life. I do love books and I have a large library, so it was a little hard for me to start altering books, but I managed. So anyway, I had the gilding wax on the edges, corner protectors, decorative, some nice ribbon, velvety ribbon on the spine, and the back looks the same as the front. I actually had some of the gilding wax on my fingers, and I meant to have this plain, but I got the gilding wax on it, couldn't get it off, so I just added more. This one has a dangle, bigger than my first book. It's got a little charm necklace with a tiny dragon on it. Probably can't see that dragon, it's very small. And just some beads with an evil eye. And by the way, this is supposed to be horror themed. I did as good as I could. It's probably more gothic, but it does have some pictures of horror movie villains in it. There's a little broom, a witch's broom. The dangles have charms. This is a cobra, and this is an elephant. There we go. So, yeah, this was just from my bead collection, which is widely varied. Some of it's old jewelry. That's the best way to make these things. Anyway, let's get started. That's just a note for her birthday. Oh, let's see if we can avoid the glare. These pictures, these images are printed out on cardstock, and they are slightly glossy. It looks very glossy in the picture, but they're not that bad. You can actually write on these. My printer was acting up, so I purchased some pre-printed pages on Etsy. It was a pack of, I think, about 20 pages. I bought 2 packs. This dark gothic one and the lighter one you'll see on some of the other pages. And they were great to use in this book because they're sturdy and they kind of really help hold up the old pages very well. So there's our first images. And then we have the other pack of 20. And this is a page I cut in half to fit on here. It came in 8.5 by 11. So that's about the only way I could figure to use it unless I was making a giant book. But I do really love these. It was worth every penny, especially when my printer wasn't working. I'm going to try to avoid the glare as much as I can. So we just have some images from digitals. All the links will be below, except for this type of image, which came off the internet. I just did a Google search for horror movie villains and came up with all sorts of things to add. There's from Interview with the Vampire. I did add half gems, I guess they are, to the side on this page and pearls on the next, and most every page has these because the pages were sticking together as I was working on them. Not sticking together as in glue sticking, but I was having trouble turning pages. Anyway, under here is a fold over hiding a witch with a little bit of journaling space. I had to get creative to add journaling space that wasn't just on images like this. Oh, here's a Tim Holtz image, but the whole page is Tim Holtz, the background, this frame, the little half draperies, the people, and the little signs. And I did try using a Inktense pen or pencil around the edge and then a wet paintbrush to give a little bit of depth to the figures. I think most of them have that. So this background is a digital, different than these. This one I printed out on my printer. And we have something from a digital, a dictionary page, which was glued onto this parchment type paper that I've had for probably 10 years. And just some other images. I think that's Freddy Krueger. Chucky, maybe? And I know that's an old vampire. A colorized image from, I think, a black and white movie. And on his page, we have a bunch of images stuck in a corner pocket. Literally, they were stuck. People, castle, postcard, some writing, which has journaling space on the back. I think this is just plain paper. Yes, plain paper. And this is also journaling space. And I love this picture. It apparently is, it's supposed to be Victorian people looking like monsters as far as I can tell. I would guess that's a stage production of some sort. Whether it's old or not, I don't know. Those people have a lot of flexibility, and I don't think they're your average, everyday dancers. Could be. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know where the image came from. I think I got it online free. I don't think that came in any of the digital packages. These are, though. So I shrunk them, put them together as a pad, hiding a skull underneath. And then I made some pockets. Let's see, get rid of the glare. I took half pages and just sliced them in half. I made a pocket with various images stuck in there. And on this side we have the other end of the dangles, just a bookmark. And here's another page cut and sliced. And a little girl hiding in the trees. The cards were made from doing a masterboard on this purple cardstock, which at the back I just used a very inexpensive stencil for the mark making. And the masterboards were just collages of different images that came in the digitals. And this is a lady off the Graphics Fairy. That's where that came from. That's off the internet. I don't know what clown that is, but maybe it. I'm guessing here. Here we have a witch taking up the whole page. On the right, we have a little pocket with an owl, see-through pocket. Probably got glare going, I don't know. With a raven underneath the owl. And this is journaling space lined. And over here, this side could be journaled on as well. And there's a little booklet I made with some tea-dyed paper in it. And a couple of vampires. Then we have this page. I kind of figured it wasn't great for journaling, so I took some modeling paste and used this broken glass stencil I have, and then used a paint marker, silver paint marker, to highlight it. And again, these are just digitals that I printed when my printer was working. I think she's from the Munsters. Not sure. There's some journaling space. And more journaling space. I figured these were easier to write on. Although it's not that hard to write on this. Gel pens work. I think I mentioned that already. And a white gel pen would be pretty awesome on that paper. And here's some triangle pockets. And this is only my second book, so I'm kind of learning how to make these where you can still get stuff in and out of the pockets. A very little bit of glue is what should be done there. So we have a vampire, a dictionary page, which has lots of journaling space. This is another antique paper I probably had for a decade. And I printed on that. And there's my journaling card with a graveyard. And again, difficult to put in, which I will do after. Oh, we have children, too. Tim Holtz, kids, people. You can see the outline a little bit better on her and on this little one. And we have another tag over here. The pretty lady on it. And over here we have a belly band. Started out as just paper, but I reinforced it with some of the same velvety ribbon that's on the back. And this is a little booklet I made. There's not much to it. I think it's just that. Oh, it's not a booklet. It's just journaling space. Oh, no, I was wrong. So there's plenty of journaling space in here. This paper, it came like this. It's a very textured paper with lines on it. And I bought it off at Amazon, maybe not a decade ago, but many, many years ago. So I don't think I could find a link to that. I'm sure there are equivalents out there. There's more pictures, interview with a vampire, and some other miscellaneous pictures, an ephemera, and another person hiding there in the pocket. We have a side pocket here, and I put these little pearls around the side pocket openings because I was having trouble finding the side pockets as I was working on the book. So we just have some pictures in here, Elvira, and something from a digital. We have a little tuck over here, kind of gross picture, and a pharmacy with some various ephemera in there. And a little boy sitting on a piece of wholesale druggist sign with a little bit of journaling space there. This was where my printer was acting up and printing everything with a pink reddish tinge. So I had to go with the flow. And I used a reddish ink around the edge. And here too, the background, the reddish, wasn't supposed to be that color. But anyway, it's okay. Works for me. Then we have, I don't know who that is. We have a vampire, and a very old vampire from an old movie. I guess we've been making horror movies since the beginning of time. The beginning of movie time. And we got journaling space over here. I figured this page was really not great for journaling. I mean, it could be done. You could use the white gel pen on here. It would work well. But so I put some stencils on it just to give it a little more interest. And on this side, I just put a couple pages together. Worked out good for that pocket. Various pictures, ephemera in here. Funny old lady. More interview with a vampire. More journaling space. And on this side, we have a couple Tim Holtz kids. And this is modeling paste again with a stencil and gilding wax. My book is rolling around here. Let's see, there we go. More half pages that then were slit for pockets. There's a lady's face there. Oh, we have, I don't know, a dark angel, maybe? And a vampire. And this side with the dragonfly. Don't know who that is, a vampire. And Beetlejuice. That was a quote-unquote horror movie I watched, but it's really more of a comedy. Here we have a tuck, which I realized later I should have probably made a flip, but that's okay. I managed to tuck a couple little things in there. Don't know what that's from. It's off the internet. If it's from a movie, I don't know it. Got a pocket on this side with pictures and another booklet. I just use staples on these. Yeah. Dictionary page. Another digital. I really like this frame, and for some reason I didn't want to save it for journaling space. So I put this picture of people in here, which I think came off the Graphics Fairy. I'm not positive. This was definitely a digital. And so was the background. More interview with the vampire. And I think this is various movies. I don't know what this lady is on the tag. That was just an image I found on the internet. Here's another side pocket with various ephemera and pictures in it. And there should be pearls. Yes, pearls around the opening. Half pearls. A little tuck down here with various images and things. And a pretty lady with a crow on the right. And a combination of printed digitals and the hard copy here. You can see this was a full page that I cut in half to use across the two. And the final image is a root of some sort with a face on it. I don't think you'll be able to see the face. Yeah, maybe you can in the camera. And that's the end. I think we might have missed one pocket, but the side full page pocket, but they're all pretty much the same with images of movie villains. So that is my second altered book, which I'm quite happy with, and I'm hoping my daughter-in-law enjoys the book. And thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, as they always say on other videos. Although this is a small channel, so who knows. Thank you for watching.